Hi everyone! Today we are going to see the first video of a series where we are going to show how you can develop programs for ROS very fast by using the ROS Development Studio. So in order to access the ROS Development Studio, just type on your browser rds.deconstructsim.com and then you will reach this page, the one that I am here. Okay, after you create sign up a free account, you can then afterwards do the sign in. In the sign in, I'm putting my username and password, and then you will reach this place, this page that in your case it will be empty. In my case, there are many projects that I have done on ROS. So you will reach this page, and then the first thing that you had to do is to create a project. So we are going to develop ROS programs, so these are incorporated into a project. So let's do that. Let's create a new project. I'm going to create my first project, and I'm going to indicate in the description this is just a test for the video, for example. And let's create. Great, created. Then we have it here, and we can do several things. Just remove it, delete it, share with somebody else, or open it. At present, let's go to open it. So if I press open, here we got the description, and press run in order to open it. Then after a few seconds, the ROS Development Studio will appear. It says restore the workspace, so it means that would you like to have the windows like in the last time that you came to ROS Development Studio? In this case, let's say no. So we start from an empty workspace. Here we are. Great. So what can we do here? We can do several things. The first thing is that we can start developing a program, for example. In that case, we'll use the coding IDE that we have here. And then for that, let's go to Tools and then open the code editor that we have here, and that we can change the size of this. In this area, you see that you have already created a Catkin workspace with the build level and source. Of course, your programs of ROS should be stored here in this Catkin workspace. But you can see here that there are two other more workspaces. There is one simulation workspace and a notebook workspace. We'll talk about that in next videos, okay? For now, just concentrate on your Catkin workspace. And that, as you can see, it's empty. Let's create, for example, a new package. So how do we do that? We need to have a shell. And for that, let's go again to Tools and open a shell. Great. So we have this shell here. And if I do an ls, you will see that we have the three workspaces that I have mentioned before: the simulations, the notebook, and the Catkin workspace. We are going to go to the Catkin workspace, source, as usual in any ROS environment, of course. And then here, let's create a new package. So Catkin, create package, and my testing package. That depends on ROS.py, for example. Great, has been created. We got it there. And if we come here and we refresh, we scan, we have it here. Here it is, with an already created source directory. And here we can create our new file that is a testing file, that is a Python file. And so here it is, and you can create here your own program in Python and start doing it. So whatever you want to do in your project. So in my case, import ROS.py, and I don't know, ROS.py init node testing. Great. So say Ctrl S to save, or press this button here, And we have this file saved here in the source directory of my package. Of course, if I come here to the shell, I can get inside the testing package and inside the source, of course, and here it is, the file that contains my code that I have written. Great. Now we have finished our package and we would like to use this into a robot. Which robot? Okay, here you have two options. First, you may have your own specific robot, and for that you will have to upload your simulation or create your simulation in the simulations workspace here. That's the subject of another video in the future. But now let me show you just the basics, is that we have already integrated some simulations of existing robots, real robots, that you can use for your testing, or maybe you are programming for those specific robots already. So you have them there. You don't have to care about the simulation. Just come here to the simulation option and then select the robot, the ones that are under this simulation. For example, it may happen that you would like just to have a testing environment for doing your test with the gazebo environment. In that case, you can select the empty simulation. If I select the empty simulation, then a gazebo window appears, and after some seconds that is launching, we'll see how an empty space, an empty simulation, it's appearing. Yes, there it is. Great. So this is the log of the launching of the empty simulation. I am going to hide it, and here we have an empty simulation ready for us to do whatever the experiments we want to do with the code here. For example, I can do a ROS topic list. Wow, ROS topic list. And then we have the topics of the gazebo simulation, empty one. But it's okay, so I'm right with that. I would like to launch another simulation. So, well, we have here some of them. For example, let's launch the jackal one. So I press the jackal and then the simulation will appear already here. So that's interesting because you don't have to care about creating those simulations for your robot. In case that the robot is here, you can just launch it and then you will have it. We have robots for many companies, like the jackal from KearPath. Here in a given environment, of course. This is already created, the environment for you. And you can, of course, change the environment and delete it, or do whatever you want. And we have for Summit XL from Robotnik, Turtle True from many companies, Shadow Robot, Shadow Hands, and Parrot Drone, etc. WAM from Barrett, etc., etc. So you can have a look at the whole list. And how it works is, as I shown you, it's just a matter of clicking on the robot and then the simulation will appear here for you, and then afterwards you can just start programming it. So as you can see, it has changed all the topics based on the new simulation, and basically that's it, what I wanted to show you for today. Then in future videos we'll see how you can create your own simulations or upload your own simulations, how you can make debugging of your programs by using tools like RDS or RQT console, and everything in here. So before finishing, just let me remind you that in order to have all your work in those workspaces saved in your zone, you have to press this icon before you leave. So you press the saving icon and it will save everything that you have created here in those workspaces. It's any of those workspaces. And final remark, after everything is saved, you have to close your instance of the ROS Development Studio. So you have to close here and indicate that you are leaving. So otherwise your system will be running and you will get penalized in your time for using the simulation, the environment. So the first thing is just terminate and you are done. Great. So here you have your first project and everything is ready in order to be used in the next project. So thank you very much for attending this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please send us questions about that and you can write them beneath the video. We'll answer them. And remember that we are publishing one new video about how to program with ROS, solve problems with ROS, etc. One new video every day. So please subscribe and press the bell so you will be notified when we are publishing the new video. Thank you very much and see you soon on the next video.